Super Bowl 29. It's the greatest lineup in sports video history, worth its weight in gold, dazzling as diamonds in this very special 75th anniversary year. From NFL Films. In an unprecedented fourth straight Super Bowl appearance, the Buffalo Bills came out with the look of a champion. Steve Christie's Super Bowl record 54-yard field goal put the Bills on the board as Buffalo built a 13-6 halftime lead.
Ain't nothing getting away, baby. Nothing getting away.
They spot the ball at the 4, first and goal. Kelly waits. Thurman runs. Breaks a tackle. Goes in for the touchdown. Thurman Thomas has scored.
In the second half, however, the momentum of the game shifted, and the Bills once again came up short in their quest for a Super Bowl title. It was one more disappointment that this team would have to endure and overcome.
It's a long, hard struggle to get there. Everybody aspires to get into the game. We've been fortunate enough, and our players have been resilient enough to bounce back from one disappointment after another. But we put it behind us quickly. If you're going to have a chance to go back again, you have to put disappointments behind you, not dwell on them.
In perhaps his finest season of coaching, Marv Levy kept his team remarkably focused, helped them weather their storms, and steadied their championship course. In a season that could have been filled with pitfalls, the Bills never lost sight of their goals. The Buffalo Bills defied the experts, pushed aside their obstacles, and marched on to their fourth straight AFC championship, a feat never before accomplished. They have now become the NFL's winningest franchise in the 90s. And over that time, no team has played with more purpose, won with more heart, or overcome with more resilience. As the Bills opened the 1993 season, many wondered how well they would come back after 3 straight Super Bowl disappointments. Bruce Smith and the Bills cleared up any doubts on opening day with a convincing rout of the Patriots.
Kelly backing up, looking, he throws, it's caught there, and it's Reed. Reed at the 20-yard line, still on his feet. To the 15, down to the 10, to the 5, in for the touchdown.
Andre Reed scored 3 touchdowns on the day, and rookie Russell Copeland got his first chance to break a big play.
And he gets the punt away, and here is Copeland at the 47 of New England, down to the 45, to the 40, and he's still on his feet. He's at the 35, at the 30, at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown! He runs in for the score! What a play by Russell Copeland!
Copeland's score capped off an explosive opening day for the Bills, but the following week, Buffalo's defense would steal the show against the world champion Cowboys in Dallas. Bills manhandled the Cowboys on both sides of the ball.
That's all I want, baby.
Now, baby, too close. Don't lose it now.
With the Bills protecting a 3-point lead in the final minutes, the Cowboys marched to a potential winning score.
20 seconds left. Waiting Aikman, dropping back, looking end zone, throws, and it's broken up and intercepted. It is intercepted by the Bills. It is intercepted by number 43 on the play by Darby. They're going to win it here at Texas Stadium.
Matt Darby's game-saving interception typified the opportunistic, aggressive defense the Bills played throughout the season.
Everybody to the ball. Everybody to the ball now.
But this defense wasn't just Bruce Smith's 14 sacks and incredible athleticism. And it wasn't just Cornelius Bennett tossing quarterbacks aside. This was a team defense, with Jeff Wright and number 90 Phil Hansen helping to collapse the pass pocket, and each individual attacking the ball with a purpose. Every player looked to create an opportunity, from veteran Darryl Talley to youngsters Mark Maddox and Marvcus Patton. Buffalo refined the art of stripping the ball and led the NFL with 47 takeaways. In Week 5 against the Giants, Buffalo's ball-hawking defense was at it again.
Back the throw is Sims, and he fires it incomplete and then intercepted. It is picked off by Jones. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30, the 40, the 45, midfield, down to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and in for the touchdown. Henry Jones goes 85 yards on the return.
Despite Henry Jones' score, the Bills trailed 14-10 in the final minutes before Jim Kelly pulled out the win.
Kelly waiting down to 3, takes the snap, backs up, will throw. He's got a touchdown to the tight end, Pete Metzlars.
At 3-1, the resilient Bills had proven they were definitely back for another title run. In 1993, the Bills once again had football's most loyal following.
Go Bills! Yeah!
The fans have been very supportive, and not only in Buffalo, but the team is really drawn. It's a regional franchise. It draws heavily from Western New York. It's a major franchise in an area that doesn't have a lot of major sports.
For the last 6 years, we have led the National Football League in attendance, and what they bring to our team and the interaction between our football team and our fans is something phenomenal. We kind of thrive off of them, they thrive off of us. It's a, I guess no better way to put it than a tremendous love affair in Buffalo.
Buffalo's love affair with the Bills has now spanned 35 years, a time filled with magical moments and Hall of Fame performers.
One of the greatest athletes in the history of sports, number 32, O.J. Simpson.
Buffalo's football history includes not only O.J. Simpson's 2,000-yard season, but also two men who were cornerstones of the Bills' rise to greatness. Safety Mark Kelso leads the Bills as the third leading interceptor in team history, while guard Jim Richer played more games in a Bills jersey than anyone. 1993 also marked Richer's final season with the Bills. And now a line in transition looks to young stars like tackle John Fina to step in and keep Buffalo solid up front. In his first season as a starter, Fina blossomed into an excellent pass protector. learning from veterans like center Kent Hull and number 65 guard John Davis. Late in the season, guard Glenn Parker was inserted as a full-time starter and further solidified a line that grew stronger by the game. Despite the transitions up front, Pro Bowl running back Thurman Thomas followed his blockers to lead the AFC with more than 1,300 yards rushing and over 1,700 total yards from scrimmage. A new spark was provided by free agent receiver Bill Brooks, who was second on the team in receiving behind veteran Pete Metzelaars. With 68 catches, Metzelaars became the first tight end in more than 30 years to lead the Bills in receiving. With such reliable targets, Jim Kelly was well armed throughout the season, and on a Monday night in Week 6, Kelly unleashed an air assault on the Oilers.
Kelly Cox. Kelly throws long to the end zone. BB, touchdown. He got it. What a throw by Kelly.
A red-hot Kelly burned the Oilers for 3 touchdown strikes.
Here is Kelly, play action pass over the middle. A man is there. Reed at the 10, Reed at the 5. He runs in for the touchdown.
Wait, hang with me, guys. Oh, get him, baby. Yeah, baby. Monday Night Football is where you got to be. It's what you got to do.
It seemed that someone always knew just what they had to do. In Week 8, it was Darryl Talley who made the pivotal play against the Jets.
The Jets with the ball, and Boomer wants to throw, and it is intercepted there. Kicked off by Talley. He's down the sidelines to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown.
This team has found more ways to win football games than just doing it by offense or defense. I mean, we've done it with special teams. We've done it on some offensive plays. We've done it on big plays all the way around.
Special teams certainly contributed, as Chris Moore's punts always seemed to find their way into the arms of Pro Bowler Steve Tasker. And Steve Christie's kicks connected from the longest of distances.
59-yard try. Yeah. The kick is on the way, and it is good. He made it. You believe that?
It was hard to believe how many different Bills produced big plays over the course of the season. And not just veterans, but rookies like cornerback Thomas Smith, number 28. Smith showed the promise of being an impact player for years to come, as did rookie receiver Russell Copeland. In Week 10, with the Bills trailing the Patriots by 3 in the final minutes, Copeland's clutch catch set up the game-tying field goal with seconds remaining. In overtime, Steve Christie's winning kick completed the comeback. The Bills were finding every way imaginable to win, and at 7-1, seemed to be on the fast track toward the postseason. The Bills have always known that the more successful you are, the more you become a target for other teams. And at mid-season, Buffalo was hit hard with 3 losses in 4 games.
Everybody's going to give you their best shot to try and knock you off the top. You know, it's like when you're a kid, you're playing King of the Hill. And we were King of the Hill, and everybody's giving us his best shot. We have to be able to counter.
I think one of the things we've been able to do over the years is put that stuff behind us, the bad game, the bad night, because we know how good we can play. And we feel very confident if we play well and we play our game, then there's nobody that can beat us.
Everybody waiting for us to fall. We may fall a little bit every now and then, but we always know one thing, we're going to get right back up.
Once again, the resilient Bills put their disappointments behind them and forged ahead to win their final 4 games, including a critical first-place showdown in Miami. Kenneth Davis scored 3 touchdowns, and Mickey Washington continued to make a big impact as a new starting cornerback.
Here's a pass coming up. Mitchell throws. Intercepted at the 20, the 15, the 10. Mickey Washington runs down for the touchdown. How do you
It was one of 2 Buffalo defensive scores on the day.
Or no, a pass, and it is complete to the tight end, a fumble, and the Bills pick up the ball, and down goes Adams to the 5, and in for the touchdown!
Overall, the Bills moved the ball almost at will and produced their highest point total of the season. The win put Buffalo back in sole possession of first place, but in order to clinch the division title the following week, the Bills needed to overcome both the Jets and the brutal conditions.
It's a game day program here for the coldest game in Buffalo Bills history. Ooh, is it cold out here today?
With the wind chill at 30 below zero, the Bills looked to their defense to rise up and put the division title on ice. In the end, the Jets' offense was stopped cold, and the more than 70,000 fans who braved the conditions watched their team hang on in the final seconds.
The put down, the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it to the right, and the Bills may prevail here and win the AFC East title for the 5th time in 6 years.
The Bills also earned home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and once again were peaking for the postseason.
Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go! From frigid Orchard Park, New York, Rich Stadium, 70,000 plus of God's frozen people are on hand in bone-rattling cold to watch the Bills and the Raiders get it on in an AFC divisional playoff game.
Once again, the game-time temperature hovered around 0, conditions which suited the Bills and their fans just fine. After the 2 teams battled through a scoreless first quarter, Buffalo's Steve Tasker came up with the game's first pivotal play.
With the wind at his back, he sails it on the ground and is taken by Tasker at the 30, run to the 35-40.
Tasker ignited his team with one of the biggest postseason plays in Bills history.
The 15, the 10, the 5, knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line in a spectacular play.
1 play later, Kenneth Davis vaulted Buffalo on top. The lead wouldn't last long, however, as 2 Raiders scores forced the Bills to battle back from an 11-point deficit.
Come on, Buffalo! Come on, Jim!
Waiting for the snap, here's Kelly. Here's the blitz, he's back to throw. Looking, he throws long, all along. Brooks for the touchdown! It is Bill Brooks!
In a true test of resilience, the Bills stood up to the Raiders' challenge as Jim Kelly had one of his greatest postseason performances. With his team once again trailing in the 4th quarter, Kelly delivered one more time.
All right, here we go. Trailing by a point. 12-12 to play. Kelly to pass.
Look at Billy! Billy!
Dropping back, looking. He throws to the end zone. Brooks, touchdown! Billy Brooks, touchdown!
Kelly's second touchdown pass to Bill Brooks gave the Bills a 6-point lead. Bruce Smith and the defense made it stand up.
Come on, defense!
Buffalo's defense nailed down the come-from-behind win. The victory prompted a familiar refrain throughout Western New York.
Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. I got a feeling. Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. Har, 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 har.
Standing between the Bills and their fourth straight AFC title was future Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Montana. Buffalo stared down the legend across the line and looked to put an end to Montana's postseason magic. The Bills' defense made bad things happen all day. Buffalo ransacked the Kansas City offense. And late in the first half, a clutch interception by Henry Jones helped the Bills maintain momentum. Early in the second half, Buffalo officially knocked Montana and his comeback hopes from the game. With Montana and the Chiefs reeling, this was a day for one of the Bills' biggest stars to take center stage.
Let's go, Big O!
Here's another run on a delay for Thurman off the left side. He's through it at midfield. He breaks a tackle.
Come on, Drake! Come on, Drake!
Thurman Thomas consistently ripped through the Chiefs' overmatched defense and set a Bills postseason record with 186 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. With Thomas carrying the load, the Bills never trailed. And in the fourth quarter, his third touchdown of the day capped a convincing Buffalo victory.
Here's Thurman running right. He's in for the touchdown. He is in for the touchdown. 3 touchdowns for Squirmin' Thurman Thomas. And the Bills are making NFL history with a 4th straight American Football Conference championship. And they are going back to the Super Bowl for a 4th straight time.
Come on, baby. How sweet it is.
Over the past 4 seasons, other champions have come and gone. Only the Buffalo Bills have endured. They have overcome countless obstacles, come back from the toughest of disappointments, and persevered to establish a level of excellence matched by few teams in NFL history. In 1993, the Buffalo Bills once again were to be applauded for their heart, praised for their courage, and above all, admired for being a team of resilience.
Hi, I'm Steve Sable. As you've just seen, the Buffalo Bills will go down in history as one of the NFL's most resilient teams ever. Their 4 straight Super Bowl appearances is a feat that should be marveled at, but perhaps even more impressive is the way this team picks itself up after each Super Bowl disappointment and comes right back with more determination the next season. But the question is, how long can the Bills keep it up? Can they really be expected to bounce back again, endure all the rigors and pressures of another season, and reach a 5th straight Super Bowl? Let's take a look at the Bills' chances in 1994 as they begin their drive for 5.
We haven't seen the last of the Bills for 3 reasons. Number 1, they're an incredibly gritty team. They see no reason right now to quit, and they haven't seen that, for the last 4 years. Number 2, I think just looking down their roster, they still have productive, Pro Bowl players who are playing extremely well. I don't care what Thurman Thomas did in the Super Bowl. Do you want him on your team running the ball? Yeah, he's one of the 3 or 4 best backs there is, period. I think the third thing you have to look at is the division factor. I think that Buffalo is still clearly better than Indianapolis, New England, and the Jets. This might be the last year that that's true, but I think it's definitely still true. So I think if you look at those 3 factors, the fact they're very plucky, the fact that they still are incredibly talented, and the fact that they benefit by being in, relatively speaking, a weak division, I don't see any team out there that's better than them in the AFC right now.
As hard as it may be for some to accept, Jim Kelly and the Bills are, once again, the AFC's team to beat in 1994. And they look to ride one of the conference's most explosive attacks all the way to their 5th straight Super Bowl.
First down at the 35, dropping back to pass. Goes long down the field. Beebe, he's got it at the 10, at the 5, and in for the touchdown. Back to pass, can't find anybody. Now sinks it in there to Reed. At the 45, midfield, he's in the clear. At the 40, at the 30, at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and in for the touchdown.
With Kelly still firing out of the no-huddle, and Pro Bowl running back Thurman Thomas still at the peak of his game, the Bills have the potential to once again strike quick and often in 1994. But Thomas and Kelly won't go far without help from a young offensive line in transition. Veteran guard Jim Richer was released. And 1 year after losing Will Wolford to free agency, the Bills lost another Pro Bowl tackle when number 75 Howard Ballard signed with Seattle.
The one big loss is Howard Ballard. That is a bad loss for them. And it's going to be real interesting to watch a couple of young tackles now protecting Jim Kelly.
One of those tackles is third-year man John Fina, who showed great promise while starting every game last season. Tackle Jerry Crafts and number 74 guard Glenn Parker are also part of Buffalo's youth movement on the line. The biggest changes on defense will come in the secondary, where Pro Bowl cornerback Nate Odoms was lost to Seattle as a free agent. Odoms had a league-high 9 interceptions last season, and to fill his spot, the Bills looked to second-year man Thomas Smith, number 28. Mickey Washington also gets his chance at cornerback, and the release of veteran Mark Kelso opens the door for third-year man Matt Darby, number 43, to step in at free safety. 1994 first-round draft choice Jeff Burris of Notre Dame adds more young talent to a secondary whose elder statesman is now number 20, fourth-year safety Henry Jones. To ease the pressure on their young secondary, the rest of the Bills' defense needs to keep the heat on up front. With Cornelius Bennett, Darryl Talley, and Bruce Smith leading the charge, the Bills have as many big-name stars on defense as offense. In the past, that wouldn't be a problem. But with free agency and the salary cap, it's now more difficult for teams to keep all their high-priced stars together. Buffalo, however, has done a better job than most.
If you got a lot of stars on your team, you can't pay everybody $3 million anymore. You know, you have to pick and choose the guys who you really reward. They've done a smart job handling the cap in that they re-signed or sweetened the contracts of 10 guys last year.
The stars are intact, and they believe in those stars. Jim Kelly told me this. He said, the great thing about this team is that Ralph Wilson has kept us together. He could have broken us up. He said, you guys take off, I don't believe in you. But he didn't. He's kept the nucleus there, and because of that, these guys could come back a 5th and a 6th time, a 7th time even, and finally win it.
We have unfinished business that I think we need to attend to, and everybody else on our team feels the same way. And we're not satisfied, and if we do accomplish the ultimate goal, we're still not going to be satisfied because we still feel that we have a lot more football left in us.
We're pretty much like the Energizer Bunny. You know, we just keep going and going and going until somebody's going to knock us off.
Here's a run by Thurman right up the middle, and in for the touchdown. They beat the blitz.
they're still the Bills, and they still have the same personalities that they've had all along, and this astonishing one-loss record for the last 4 years. So I still see them as my number one contender for the Super Bowl.